Hi, everyone. Welcome to Laugh and Learn English, the podcast where we make learning English fun and easy. I'm Sarah, your guide to mastering English vocabulary.
Mark. And I'm Mark. We're here to help you improve your English skills one word at a time while having a great time together.
That's right, Mark. Today, we're starting from the basics, and we're going to show you just how fun learning English can be. So, what's on today's agenda, Mark?
Well, Sarah, I was thinking we could start with some simple words related to daily life. We'll introduce the words, give their meanings, and show how they're used in real conversations. Then, we can spice things up with a little humor. What do you think?
Sounds perfect. I'm all for having some laughs while learning. So, where do we begin?
Okay, let's start with a word you might use every morning. Breakfast.
Explanatory tone. Breakfast is the first meal of the day, usually eaten in the morning. For example, you might say, I eat breakfast at 8 a.m., or, what did you have for breakfast today?
Right, Sarah? And here's a fun tip. The word breakfast comes from the idea of breaking the fast from the night before. You know, because you're fasting while you sleep.
That's right, Mark. Now, let's try using it in a conversation.
Okay, here's a quick dialogue.
Hey, Mark. What did you have for breakfast today?
Thoughtful, oh, I had toast and eggs. How about you?
I had cereal. I think I need to start making better breakfast choices.
See, that's how easy it is. Now you try it with a friend or even by yourself in front of a mirror.
Now, let's move on to our next word, laugh.
Jokingly perfect because that's what this podcast is all about.
Chuckles, exactly. Laugh means to make sounds and movements of the face and body that show you're happy or amused. For example, she made me laugh with her funny joke, or Mark always laughs at my jokes, even when they're not funny.
That's because your jokes are always funny, Sarah. Speaking of which, let's share a joke to use our word of the day.
Sure, here it goes. Why don't skeletons fight each other?
I don't know. Why?
Because they don't have the guts.
That was a good one. And there's our word laugh in action.
All right, listeners, it's your turn now. Try using the words breakfast and laugh in your own sentences. And remember, practice is key to learning any new language.
That's right, Sarah. The more you use these words in your daily conversations, the more natural they'll become.
And don't forget to have fun with it. The more you enjoy the learning process, the quicker you'll improve.
Exactly. And if you ever feel stuck, just remember to laugh. It'll make everything easier.
Well, that's all for today's episode. We hope you had fun learning with us.
And don't forget to tune in next time for more words, more laughs, and more learning.
Until then, keep practicing, keep laughing, and keep learning. Bye for now.
Bye, everyone.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Laugh and Learn English, where we make learning English vocabulary fun and easy. I'm Sarah, here to help you improve your English one word at a time.
Excitedly. And I'm Mark. We're here to guide you on your English learning journey while making sure you have a great time along the way.
That's right, Mark. Last time, we talked about breakfast and laugh, and today, we've got some more simple but important words lined up for you. Ready to dive in?
Absolutely, Sarah. Today, we'll explore words related to daily activities that everyone does. Let's get started. Let's begin with a word that's part of everyone's morning routine. Wake up.
Explaining. Wake up means to stop sleeping and become conscious. For example, you might say, I wake up at 7 a.m. every day, or It's hard to wake up early on weekends.
Jokingly, especially when your bed is as comfy as mine. Now, Sarah, do you wake up easily in the morning?
Laughs. Not at all, Mark. I need at least 2 alarms to wake up. How about you?
I'm the same. And if it's cold outside, forget it. I'm staying in bed.
Our next word is something everyone loves. Coffee.
Excitedly, oh, coffee. My best friend in the morning. Coffee is a popular drink made from roasted coffee beans. It's often served hot and gives you a boost of energy.
Right, Mark. You can use coffee in a sentence like, I need my morning coffee to wake up, or do you want to grab a coffee?
Jokingly, I might need more than one coffee to get through the day. Sarah, how do you like your coffee?
I like mine with a little milk and sugar. And you?
I'm a black coffee guy, straight and strong, just like my sense of humor. Laughs.
Now it's your turn, listeners. Try using the words wake up and coffee in your sentences today. You can talk about what time you wake up and how you like your coffee.
And don't be afraid to mix it up with some humor. Learning is all about having fun, and the more you enjoy it, the easier it gets.
Exactly, Mark. Maybe you can even make a funny story out of these words, like, I wake up with the smell of coffee, but then I realize I forgot to set the coffee maker. Laughs.
Laughs, that's a good one, Sarah. Keep practicing, and soon you'll be using these words like a pro.
That's all for today's episode, everyone. We hope you enjoyed learning with us today.
Enthusiastically. And remember to tune in next time for more words, more laughs, and more fun ways to learn English.
Until then, keep practicing, keep smiling, and keep learning. See you next time.
Bye for now.
Sarah. Cheerful tone. Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Laugh and Learn English, the podcast that makes learning English vocabulary fun and exciting. I'm Sarah, here to guide you on your language journey.
Enthusiastically. And I'm Mark. We're back with more words, more laughs, and more ways to help you improve your English every day.
That's right, Mark. Today, we're going to explore some common words related to things you find around the house. Are you ready?
I sure am. Let's get started with today's first word. Today, let's kick things off with a word that's very familiar, chair.
Explaining, a chair is a piece of furniture that you sit on, usually with 4 legs and a back. For example, you could say, I sit on a chair while I work, or this chair is very comfortable.
Jokingly, but not all chairs are created equal. Some are super comfy, and others, well, they're more like torture devices.
Laughs. So true, Mark. I've had my share of uncomfortable chairs. How about you?
Oh, definitely. Especially those wooden ones that make you want to get up as soon as you sit down.
Now, let's move on to a word we all use every day. Door.
Excitedly. Door is something you open and close to enter or leave a room or building. It can be used in a sentence like, I opened the door to see who was knocking, or don't forget to close the door when you leave.
Jokingly, or if you're like me, you might say, I locked myself out because I forgot my keys again. Laughs.
Laughs? I've done that too many times. And let's not forget those moments when you try to open a door, but it's actually a push door, and you're pulling with all your might.
Laughs. Oh, that's the worst. And then you look around to see if anyone noticed. Now it's your turn, listeners. Practice using chair and door in your own sentences. Maybe talk about your favorite chair at home or a funny door-related story.
And remember, the more you use these words in your daily life, the more natural they'll become. Plus, a little humor goes a long way in making learning fun.
That's right, Mark. Maybe you could say something like, I sat on my favorite chair today, but the door kept creaking open. Laughs.
Laughs, great example, Sarah. Keep practicing, everyone, and you'll be surprised at how quickly you improve.
Well, that's all for today's episode, folks. We hope you had a great time learning with us.
Enthusiastically, and don't forget to join us next time for more vocabulary, more laughs, and more fun ways to improve your English.
Until then, keep practicing, keep laughing, and keep learning.
See you next time.
Bye for now.
Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Laugh and Learn English, the podcast where we make learning English a fun adventure. I'm Sarah, here to help you expand your vocabulary one word at a time.
And I'm Mark. We're here to make sure you're learning while having a great time. Today, we're going shopping. Well, sort of.
That's right, Mark. We're taking you to the grocery store today with some useful words that will come in handy next time you're out shopping.
Let's get our shopping list ready and dive in. Let's start with a word we all need when we go shopping: basket.
Explaining, a basket is a container you carry around in a store to hold the items you want to buy. For example, I grabbed a basket before I started shopping, or my basket was full of fresh fruits and vegetables.
And sometimes you realize halfway through shopping that your basket is way too small for everything you're buying.
Laughs, exactly. That's when you have to do the basket to cart upgrade.
I've been there. You think, oh, I'm just getting a few things. And then suddenly you're balancing items on top of the basket like a game of Jenga.
Our next word is something we all love to find in a grocery store: discount.
Ah, the magical word discount. It means a reduction in the price of something. For example, the store is offering a discount on all produce today. Or, I always look for discounts before buying anything.
Jokingly, who doesn't love a good discount? It's like finding hidden treasure in the aisles.
Absolutely. And let's not forget that feeling when you think something is on discount, but then you find out it's only for people with a special store card.
Laughs. That's the worst. You think you're getting a deal, and then, surprise, full price. Now it's your turn, listeners. Try using basket and discount in your own sentences. Maybe think about the last time you went shopping and how you use these words.
And remember, practice is key. You could even make up a funny story about finding the biggest discount ever, only to realize you left your basket at the front of the store.
That's a good one, Mark. Keep practicing, everyone, and don't be afraid to have a little fun with it. Well, that's all for today's episode. We hope you enjoyed our little trip to the grocery store.
And don't forget to join us next time for more words, more laughs, and more ways to make learning English enjoyable.
Until then, keep practicing, keep smiling, and keep learning.
See you next time.
Bye for now.
Hello again, everyone. Welcome back to Laugh and Learn English, the podcast where learning English vocabulary is always fun and exciting. I'm Sarah, here to help you expand your English skills with a smile.
And I'm Mark. We're here to make sure you're learning and laughing all the way. Today, we're heading to the office. Virtually, of course.
That's right, Mark. We're going to learn some useful words that you might hear or use in a typical office environment. Ready to get to work?
Absolutely, Sarah. Let's dive into today's vocabulary. Let's start with a word that's essential in any office: desk.
Explaining. A desk is a piece of furniture with a flat surface that you use to work on. For example, I keep my computer and papers on my desk, or her desk is always neat and organized.
Jokingly, unlike mine, which usually looks like a tornado hit it, papers everywhere, pens missing, and somehow there's always an empty coffee cup.
Laughs sounds like a typical workday. My desk isn't much better. I'm always losing my pen under a pile of papers.
Laughs. That's the thing about desks. They're a magnet for clutter.
Our next word is something every office worker needs to manage. Deadline.
Excitedly, deadline. The word that can make anyone's heart race. A deadline is the latest time or date by which something should be completed. For example, the deadline for the project is next Monday, or I always try to meet my deadlines.
Jokingly, and by try, we often mean rush at the last minute, right?
Exactly. There's nothing like the pressure of a deadline to make you the most productive person in the world. Usually the night before.
I think we've all been there. It's like you suddenly find superpowers when the deadline is just hours away. Now it's your turn, listeners. Practice using desk and deadline in your sentences. Think about your workspace or a recent project you had to complete.
And remember, learning is easier when you're having fun with it. You could say something like, "My desk is so messy. I almost missed my deadline because I couldn't find the report."
That's a good one, Mark. Keep practicing, everyone, and don't be afraid to add a little humor to your learning. Well, that's all for today's episode. We hope you had a productive and fun time learning with us.
Enthusiastically. And don't forget to join us next time for more words, more laughs, and more ways to make English learning enjoyable.
Until then, keep practicing, keep laughing, and keep learning. See you next time.
Bye for now.
Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Laugh and Learn English, the podcast that makes expanding your English vocabulary both fun and easy. I'm Sarah, here to help you build your language skills with a dose of humor.
And I'm Mark. We're here to make sure you're learning, laughing, and loving every minute of it. Today, we're talking about something we all look forward to, the weekend.
That's right, Mark. We're going to learn some useful words related to activities we enjoy during the weekend. So, let's get started and bring on the weekend vibes.
Let's start with a word that's all about relaxation. Picnic.
Explaining, a picnic is an outdoor meal where you bring food and eat in a park or other scenic place. For example, we had a picnic by the lake on Saturday, or don't forget to bring a blanket for the picnic.
And don't forget the bug spray. There's nothing worse than ants crashing your picnic.
So true, Mark. And I always seem to forget something important like napkins or, the actual food.
That's part of the fun, though. A picnic is an adventure, just with sandwiches.
Our next word is something many people do on weekends. Hike.
Excitedly. Hike means to go for a long walk, usually in the countryside or on a trail. For example, we decided to hike up the mountain on Sunday, or I love to hike in the woods during autumn.
Hiking is great exercise, but let's be honest, it's also a great excuse to snack on trail mix every 10 minutes.
That's true. And then you pretend it's about enjoying nature, but really, you're just thinking about that snack in your backpack.
Laughs, or you're halfway up a hill, wondering why you didn't just go for a stroll in the park instead. Now it's your turn, listeners. Practice using picnic and hike in your sentences. Think about what you like to do on weekends and how you can use these words.
And remember, learning new vocabulary is more fun when you add a bit of humor. You might say something like, "We planned a picnic, but we ended up hiking because we couldn't find the perfect spot."
That's a great example, Mark. Keep practicing, everyone, and enjoy playing around with these new words. Well, that's all for today's episode. We hope you enjoyed our weekend-themed vocabulary and had some laughs along the way.
Enthusiastically. And don't forget to join us next time for more words, more laughs, and more ways to make English learning fun and easy.
Until then, keep practicing, keep smiling, and keep learning.
See you next time.
Bye for now.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Laugh and Learn English, the podcast that turns learning vocabulary into a fun adventure. I'm Sarah, here to guide you through the exciting world of English.
And I'm Mark. Today, we're taking you on a journey as we explore words related to traveling. So pack your bags and let's hit the road.
That's right, Mark. Traveling can be an amazing experience, and knowing the right vocabulary makes it even better. Let's jump right in.
Let's start with a word that's essential for any trip: suitcase.
Explaining, a suitcase is a large bag that you use to pack your clothes and other items when you travel. For example, I always pack my suitcase the night before my flight, or my suitcase is too heavy. I need to lighten the load.
And somehow, no matter how much you plan, your suitcase is always either overstuffed or looks like a game of Tetris.
Laughs, so true. I always end up sitting on mine to zip it up.
And then it's a workout just getting it to the airport.
Our next word is something you might need before boarding a plane: passport.
A passport is an official document that proves your identity and nationality, allowing you to travel to other countries. For example, I need to renew my passport before my trip, or don't forget to bring your passport to the airport.
And let's not forget that panic moment when you think you lost it right before a flight.
Oh yes, you start tearing your house apart, only to find it in the pocket of the jacket you haven't worn in months.
Laughs. It's always the last place you look. Now it's your turn, listeners. Try using suitcase and passport in your sentences. Think about your travel experiences or future trips you'd like to take.
And remember, the more you practice, the easier it gets. You might say something like, I pack my suitcase and double-check my passport before heading to the airport.
That's a great example, Mark. Keep having fun with these words, everyone. Well, that's all for today's episode. We hope you enjoyed our travel-themed vocabulary and had a few laughs along the way.
And don't forget to join us next time for more words, more laughter, and more fun ways to improve your English.
Until then, keep practicing, keep smiling, and keep learning.
See you next time.
Bye for now.
Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Laugh and Learn English, the podcast that makes learning vocabulary a blockbuster experience. I'm Sarah, your guide to all things English.
And I'm Mark. Today, we're diving into the exciting world of movies. Get your popcorn ready because we're going to explore some fun vocabulary related to films.
That's right, Mark. Whether you're a movie buff or just enjoy a good film now and then, knowing the right words can make your experience even better. Let's get started.
Let's kick things off with a word that every moviegoer knows: ticket.
A ticket is a piece of paper or a digital pass that allows you to enter a movie theater and watch a film. For example, I bought my ticket online to avoid the long lines. Or, don't forget to show your ticket at the entrance.
And let's be honest, nothing feels better than holding that ticket, like you're officially part of the movie magic.
So true. And then you always feel like a VIP when you find your seat.
Until you realize you sat in someone else's spot. Awkward.
Our next word is something that can make or break a movie experience: popcorn.
Popcorn. It's a light, fluffy snack that everyone loves to munch on while watching a film. You can say, I always get a large popcorn to share, or popcorn is a must-have at the movies.
And who can resist that buttery goodness? You think, I'll just have a little, but then you end up eating the whole bucket.
And don't forget the struggle of getting the popcorn just right without spilling it everywhere.
It's a real art form. You've got to balance it perfectly. Now it's your turn, listeners. Practice using ticket and popcorn in your sentences. Think about your last trip to the movies or a film you want to see.
And remember, the more you use these words, the more comfortable you'll become. You might say something like, I bought my ticket and filled my lap with popcorn before the movie started.
That's a great example, Mark. Keep having fun with these words, everyone. Well, that's all for today's episode. We hope you enjoyed our movie-themed vocabulary and had some laughs along the way.
And don't forget to join us next time for more words, more laughter, and more ways to enhance your English skills.
Until then, keep practicing, keep smiling, and keep learning.
See you next time.
Bye for now.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Laugh and Learn English, the podcast that turns learning vocabulary into a delicious experience. I'm Sarah, here to serve up some tasty English words.
And I'm Mark. Today, we're going out to eat as we explore vocabulary related to restaurants and dining. So, grab your forks and let's dig in.
That's right, Mark. Whether you're dining at a fancy restaurant or grabbing takeout, knowing the right vocabulary makes the experience even better. Let's get started.
Let's kick things off with a word we all know, menu.
Explaining, a menu is a list of food and drinks that a restaurant offers. For example, I always ask for the menu to see what's available, or the menu has so many delicious options, it's hard to choose.
And isn't it funny how you always end up ordering the same thing, even with all those options?
So true. You think, I'll try something new today, but then you see that one dish you love and can't resist.
It's like they put a spell on you.
Our next word is something every diner loves. Bill.
The bill is the statement of money you owe for the meal. You might say, I asked for the bill when we finished eating, or the bill was higher than I expected after all that dessert.
And that moment when the bill arrives, do you split it, or does someone heroically volunteer to pay for everyone?
It's always a bit of a dance. You all stare at the bill like it's a math problem.
Exactly. And then someone always says, I'll Venmo you later. And you wonder if they really will. Now it's your turn, listeners. Practice using menu and bill in your sentences. Think about your last dining experience or a restaurant you love.
And remember, using these words in context will help you remember them better. You might say something like, I couldn't decide what to order from the menu, and the bill was a surprise at the end.
That's a great example, Mark. Keep practicing, everyone, and don't hesitate to have fun with it. Well, that's all for today's episode. We hope you enjoyed our restaurant-themed vocabulary and had some laughs along the way.
And don't forget to join us next time for more words, more laughter, and more fun ways to improve your English.
Until then, keep practicing, keep smiling, and keep learning. See you next time.
Bye for now.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Laugh and Learn English, where we make learning vocabulary as enjoyable as a shopping spree. I'm Sarah, your friendly guide to English.
And I'm Mark. Today, we're hitting the stores and exploring vocabulary related to shopping. So, get ready for a fun day out.
That's right, Mark. Whether you're shopping for clothes, groceries, or gifts, knowing the right words makes it easier. Let's get started.
Let's begin with a word that's essential for any shopping trip: cashier.
A cashier is the person who works at the register and helps you pay for your items. For example, I handed my money to the cashier, or the cashier scanned my groceries.
And it's always fun when the cashier is friendly and makes small talk while scanning your items.
Absolutely. And then you start chatting about the weather while trying to remember if you have enough money in your wallet.
Or you suddenly realize you left your shopping list at home.
Our next word is something we all love to do: bargain.
A bargain is a good deal or discount on something. You might say, I found a great bargain on shoes today, or haggling for a bargain is part of the fun.
And let's be honest, there's nothing quite like the thrill of getting something for less than the price.
It's like you're a superhero saving money. You even feel the need to tell your friends, I got this amazing bargain.
And then they look at you like you just won the lottery. Now it's your turn, listeners. Practice using cashier and bargain in your sentences. Think about your last shopping trip or a great deal you found.
And remember, the more you use these words, the better you'll remember them. You might say something like, the cashier smiled at me when I told her I found a bargain on my favorite jacket.
That's a fantastic example, Mark. Keep practicing, everyone, and have fun with it. Well, that's all for today's episode. We hope you enjoyed our shopping-themed vocabulary and had some laughs along the way.
And don't forget to join us next time for more words, more laughter, and more enjoyable ways to improve your English.
Until then, keep practicing, keep smiling, and keep learning.
See you next time.
Bye for now.